Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi.
My allergy. Sorry.
No, that was me. I was kidding. Good
Really,
morning.
Stephanie?
It's Tuesday, February 28th.
We're going to get an update on the pollen count coming up here in just a second. Got to be honest with you, there's more fog in some parts of the area as we head into the 9 o'clock hour than I originally thought. Let's go outside with live cam right now.
Yeah, you can sort of see it in the live cam picture, but I see it in some of those TransGuide pictures like at I-35 at New Laredo. Maybe we'll get a chance to show you that later. But for now, let's check in with Justin.
Yeah, it's starting to pop up a little bit more around the area, guys. And that's because the moisture is working its way in. We're seeing the dew points rise a little bit more, and that's leading to some fog in spots. So let me show you exactly where it is. If you're here in San Antonio, most of the city is doing okay, but Port SA has seen that visibility drop to about 1.5. New Braunfels, as you go up I-35, we're down to about a mile visibility there in New Braunfels. So there's going to be some spots. I don't think this lasts all that long. Give it another hour or so. We'll see some lifting of the fog, and then we'll be on our way to a pretty warm day. As I zoom out some, you'll see there's some fog closer to the coast down towards Cotulla as well. Here's the satellite picture, and you can pick up on the low clouds and the fog. So we're still kind of socked in, at least at the moment here in town. Pleasanton's cloudy. Hondo, you're kind of right on the edge. If you're in the hill country, the sun's out. And it is going to be a warm day for all of us. The clouds may help a little bit, keep temperatures down initially, but by noontime we're at 77. And by the afternoon, we're jumping into the upper 80s, 87 here in San Antonio, mostly sunny with a southerly breeze, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then down into the 70s tonight. We've got a warm stretch ahead of us. Here's a look at some of the weather headlines. 90s, yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, it's definitely a possibility. Good decade, but also some warm temperatures. Gusts up to 50 miles per hour possible as we get some strong winds coming up on Thursday. That's going to be a big problem when we're talking fire danger. And there is a small window for some rain chances, but it's low, unfortunately. We're going to talk about all that coming up here in just a few minutes, but let's get over to Steven now. Is the fog causing any issues on the roadways?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, Justin. We have fog right here at 35 at New Laredo Highway. Earlier, there was a crash that was reported out there. It has already cleared out, but something that has not cleared out, unfortunately, is that fog, which could make the commute a little bit tricky for drivers. So I would just say take your time this morning. 35, you're really not seeing a whole lot of the roadway, but obviously we can still make out folks making their way to their destination. So drive safe. We do have issues to talk about still here on our map. Now, slowdowns still seem to be the trending problem, but I do want to take your attention right at 410 eastbound at Fredericksburg Road. A crash was reported there earlier, and it was causing a pretty significant slowdown in those eastbound lanes. That looks to have cleared out already, but still some residual slowdowns at this time. And really, we're going to start to see more of those slowdowns, especially with some construction taking place. 281 on the north side of San Antonio. If we get a Stone Oak Parkway camera up here, you'll see a big slowdown, and that's due to that asphalt work that is taking place. Now, remember, that just began, and it's going to take us all the way up until 3 in the afternoon. You're going to see alternating lane closures in both directions at Wilderness Oak, and I can tell you right now, 281, you're already seeing those slowdowns in that area, so watch out. But you can scan the QR code that is now on your screen, and that will take you to our traffic page. So wherever your travels take you, know what to expect ahead of time. And again, scan that QR code for a full list of all the closures that are current and happening in our area. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, let's get you caught up on today's headlines.
Let's look at today's 9 at 9.
Our state capitol will be filled with gun violence prevention advocates this afternoon, appealing to elected officials to make gun law changes. This comes 9 months after the Robb Elementary shootings that killed 19 children and 2 teachers. The main push is raising the age limit to buy guns and increase background checks.
San Antonio's largest school district is one step closer to having its new superintendent. Dr. John Kraft is the lone finalist for the position. Kraft is the current superintendent of Killeen ISD and will likely replace Dr. Brian Woods, who is retiring. Kraft has spent time as a teacher, principal, and superintendent.
A bill to stiffen penalties for illegal voting is one step closer to becoming law in Texas. The controversial bill would increase the penalty for illegal voting from a Class A misdemeanor back to a second-degree felony. It's now in the state Senate for a vote.
President Biden's plan to cancel millions of dollars in student loan debt faces a critical test today at the U.S. Supreme Court. Oral arguments begin this morning as 40 million Americans wait to find out if the president will be allowed to wipe away or reduce their student loan debt. At the heart of the case is whether the president has the legal authority to move forward with the plan.
The jury in the Alex Murdaugh trial in South Carolina will be allowed to visit where the 2021 murders of Murdaugh's wife and son happened. The defense requested the move, but there's no word on when the viewing will take place. Alex Murdaugh has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder and 2 weapons charges in the killings.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill into law giving him new power over Walt Disney World. The legislation restricts the resort's use of eminent domain and removes powers that could have allowed Disney to build its own airport or nuclear plant.
Significant winter storms are hitting both the east and west coasts. In the northeast, the snow has been falling overnight, and in the west, an emergency declared in part of California, where people have been stranded by several feet of snow. The same system hammering the northeast produced a tornado outbreak through Kansas and Oklahoma.
The FBI is sounding the alarm on scammers targeting victims in online romance scams and pressuring them to invest in cryptocurrency. The FBI says over 19,000 victims reported losing over $739 million to romance scammers last year. The agency anticipates a higher number of reported losses this year.
And finally, TikTok will soon be banned from all U.S. government-issued devices. The White House says federal agencies have 30 days to remove the app from devices. The effort to clamp down on the popular app is due to security concerns and fears the data could find its way to the Chinese government. And that's today's 9 at 9.
In your morning headlines, the creator of the cartoon strip Dilbert not backing down from highly controversial comments. And to change your phrase a little, we're going to need a bigger crane. We'll explain.
A bus driver is a hero and a weather watcher who has seen a lot of weather. David Sears is here with all the stories.
Good morning.
She has seen a lot of weather.
I bet.
And she helps out. We'll have that for you in just a second. We'll start with this. He's the creator of the comic strip Dilbert. Now, Scott Adams is creating even more controversy, but at least he has admitted on a radio broadcast that he loves the attention. Last week, he made some racist comments on his YouTube channel. He caught a lot of backlash. Many of the newspapers across the country dropped his comic strip. Then yesterday, he pretty much backed up what he had said before. The most damaging part of his comments were referring to a poll that came out from Rasmussen Reports asking the question to black Americans if they agreed with the statement, "It's okay to be white." 53% agreed, but Adams said that deemed them a hate group, and then those comments.
And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. I forgot I'm supposed to be feeling bad about all this. One of the things I've realized about myself, I like attention. I just kind of like it.
Yeah, well, he got more attention from his publisher, who said they will not print his book about to come out, Reframe Your Brain, and they will no longer publish his previous books. All right, here's the big oops of the week. House crane. Ooh, on his backside, caught up in a tree and some electrical wires. How in the world? So the crane operator was trying to remove a tree in between the houses. He underestimated the crane's ability. Glenn Lockhart owns the home with the tree. He was watching it all happen.
Too big of a piece. I'm not a crane operator. I was watching it and I was looking, I hope they know what they're doing. Oh, well.
Oh, well. So the crane operator wanted to carry the tree over the houses. Instead, the fire department had to come get the crane and rescue everything. They got the crane off the power lines. The tow truck was able to get it to the ground. It started, and they got the boom retracted. They brought in a bigger crane and got the tree removed. By the way, no house was hurt in that episode. Talk about a close call. Bus driver grabs a student as he's getting off the bus, and we'll show you why. Watch her grab him, and then look what happens. Car drives right by, keeping him from getting hit by that car. Drivers, y'all pay attention now. This is happening in Dayton, Ohio. The driver watching in the mirror as the student hits the stairs. She has a presence of mind to grab him by his jacket, pull him back in. For her quick reaction, she has been recognized by the district, law enforcement, and state reps.
He is one of my quickest students to get on and off the bus. He is super quick. The only thing that went through my brain was to keep him from getting off the bus.
Yeah, April not only hailed as a hero, but she says this is a great opportunity to remind people to stop when they see those flashing lights on a school bus. And finally, Justin and our weather department have weather watchers, folks who send in temperatures from around the area on a daily basis. So meet Arlene Coles. Basically does that same job in Maine. However, she works for NOAA. She is one of 7,500 volunteers across the country. She's been tracking the weather since 1965. And at 92 years old, she had seen a lot of weather.
There are times when it's dark at night at 5 o'clock and the snow has piled up 8 inches deep. And I look at myself and I say, why are you in this? But you go put your boots on, put your jacket on, your mittens, and you find it's not bad at all.
Oh, she takes her readings at 5 o'clock every day. Pretty simple job. She uses a ruler to measure how deep the snow is. She can actually see that from her window. And she has a phone wired to a thermometer to check the temperature. She gets her readings and then she mails them once a month to NOAA. Somebody asked her why she didn't use email. She says, I don't like fighting computers, so I just do it the old-fashioned way.
And
mail it.
she's got a stick, too.
That's how you measure the snow.
So mind your manners, for sure.
Go out there with a ruler and what else you need. That's probably the best way to measure deep snow, isn't it, Justin?
Absolutely is. Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah. Doing the right thing.
Thank you, David. Right now we're at 909, 64 degrees.
Tiffany Huertas is live at Canyon High School with a preview of what's coming up next. Tiffany, what can you tell us?
Good morning. Students spent a lot of time here in the auto shop. It's a 4-year program. They're learning about the principles of transportation, auto basics, and so much more. We're taking you to Canyon High School with the program that is impacting and changing the lives of these students next.
Welcome back. For more than 20 years, Comal ISD has offered automotive technology classes at Canyon High School, providing students hands-on learning experiences and skills.
Tiffany Huertas takes us to the high school's auto shop with a look at what students are learning and the impact these classes are having on students. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning. Really exciting stuff happening here at the high school, but take a look. Let's take a moment to see these vehicles. How incredible are they? Now, here at the auto shop, students learn how to repair the vehicles. They learn how to perform oil changes, replace accessories, and they're earning industry-based certifications in this program. This morning, we have automotive teacher Michael Newkirk with us to talk a little bit more about this. He's really busy hands-on teaching the students, but tell us a little bit about what you all are doing here this morning.
This morning we're pulling a crank on a motor that we are rebuilding for one of our customers. It's a little rat rod project. It's actually the motor that came out of this little yellow C10 over here, which has been sitting around the shop, and we figured we'd give it a new life and put it back to work. And it's a new team here working on engine performance, so I'm teaching them how to build a performance motor.
This class and these courses, they're really important. How have they been impacting these students?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? First off, it's a ASE certified program. We're accredited, so they can earn industry-based certifications. I teach 10 areas of ASE, all in automotive. We don't do paint and body yet, but could be in the future. But yeah, it's I teach brakes and steering and suspension and HVAC and electrical. Yeah, there's so many areas of it. Brakes is very important because everybody needs one, so that's where they all start out. These are my Auto 2 students. I got a competition team here, and they did really good at a couple weeks ago at Universal Technical Institute. Got some scholarships, and so yeah, it's fun. It's
and where
amazing.
do these vehicles come from?
These belong to teachers and support staff and our ROTC. Teachers don't have a whole lot of time to go to a mechanic shop to get their cars repaired, so these are some of the big projects that we've been working on. Most of these cars have been in here for a little over a year. They've gotten complete new suspension, new steering, new brakes, getting ready for the shows. It's show season's coming up, so you're going to see a lot of nice little cars running around the streets here in the near future. So.
Well, I'm so excited to keep learning a little bit more about this program. And again, aren't these vehicles amazing? And the students are so talented. They're so excited to share their story coming up on the noon show, and we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
64 degrees. Where do we begin this morning, Justin?
We begin with fog. That's kind of the imminent issue at the moment. But then the heat's going to be the big issue next couple of days. We're going to get some warm spring-like temperatures. Fog has reduced visibility to about 1.75 miles in New Braunfels, 1.5 miles at Port SA. Those are the two spots. And I'm looking at some TransGuide shots, and we can certainly see it out there. It's not super thick, but it may cause a few issues if you are out and about this morning. These numbers should come up here within the next couple of hours. You'll see visibility improve. We have had reports of a little bit of mist out there too, some very light mist. And we look at the bigger picture. Cotulla, you're reporting a little bit of fog down there as well. It's down to about 1 mile in your neighborhood. Let me show you the satellite picture, and you can kind of pick up where we have the fog and low cloudiness. It's coming along with some moisture that has spread in this morning, coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. So humidity levels are up just a little bit. And these morning clouds, they should thin out here soon. And I do think we'll see plenty of sun this afternoon. A little closer look there at San Antonio. Far northwestern edge of the county is seeing some sun, but everyone else is underneath that low cloud deck at this hour. And you can see that here at the airport. 63, dew point on the rise. It's at 56 with a calm wind. And as we look at the dew points, again, mid-50s here. You got some lower dew points in the hill country. But today, these dew points will kind of hold steady or increase just a little bit. It's tonight where the moisture really starts to push in. And by tomorrow morning, this is 7 a.m., if you've got dew points in the upper 60s, we could see another round of fog. We'll certainly see some clouds, and you'll feel the humidity a little bit more coming up tomorrow. Let me get you today's forecast. 77 at noontime, partly cloudy, and then mostly sunny this afternoon. 87 the forecast high, so it is a warm one. Right about where we were yesterday with just a little bit more humidity. 76 at 8 o'clock, 75 at 9 p.m. with southeasterly winds 5 to 10. High temperatures this week, above average across the board. Yes, we're going 90 tomorrow and Thursday. The average for this time of year is right at about 70, 71. We do cool down on Friday, but we're still above average even going into the weekend. So this has been kind of a warm stretch for us. In the next couple of days, again, it's going to feel like it. 87, the forecast high here in San Antonio today. A lot of places will be in the mid-80s. We could even be pushing 90 in a couple spots down south. Pearsall, Pleasanton, Carrizo Springs, the normal places where temperatures tend to be a little bit warmer. As we look at the forecasts, what do we have headed our way? Well, we mentioned that it'll be mostly sunny today and then clouds build in tomorrow morning. So we start off cloudy on your Wednesday and then break out into some sun during the afternoon. It's Thursday when things start to change. We could see a couple of showers in the morning and then a storm system pulls in. It's along our frontal boundary that we could get a couple of showers and storms. Now this model is a little more optimistic than some of the other ones. This gives us a chance of a storm or two. I'm going to put in a 10% chance. This is Thursday afternoon. That quickly pushes east, so by 6 o'clock, any sort of weather, if we get any at all, is going to be pushing east. But the bigger issue is once that front comes through, we're going to get some very gusty winds. This is the forecast wind gusts. Behind the front, we're talking close to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts in the wake of this front, along with dry air. That causes a huge fire risk. So this is the fire danger Thursday from the Texas A&M Forest Service. And they've got areas out in Valverde County, Rock Springs, Bracketville, Eagle Pass, and a very high to extreme fire risk. I know we've talked a lot about that this year, and we haven't seen much, but all it takes is one fire, and those things will spread so very quickly in a situation like that. So we got to be careful. We mentioned temperatures next couple days. Windy Thursday and Friday here in San Antonio. We could still see some gusts, 40 to 45 Thursday night and Friday morning. So beware. The weekend, though, looks great.
When will the winds die down after Thursday?
We'll probably see more of these events where we get some wind. And if we don't get rain, then we're going to be talking about this fire danger throughout the entire spring.
All right, well, be careful. Thank you, Justin.
Don't tell anybody to go fly a kite because that could lead to like a permanent relocation later this week.
Yeah.
920, 64 degrees.
And here's Max Massey with a preview of what's coming up next.
A boxing gym here on the west side dedicated to helping the future of the community. We're going to give you an inside look in just a few moments.
Welcome back. 923. An elite boxing gym over on the west side is helping kids get off the streets and succeed in life.
Max Massey joins us live from Anzura's Boxing Team Gym on West Commerce. And Max, you say this can make a generational impact.
Guys, that is exactly it. It can and does make a generational impact. Joined here with Alex. So, Alex, let's start off broad. When did you start the gym? Why did you start the gym?
Actually, Sunday was 4 years ago. Actually, started 4 years ago. Started to helping out kids, get them off streets for sure. Same way that I was able to do it at when I started with the same mentors that provided the same help and everything for my family. So I think same deal. I want to do the same for the other kids as well.
Now tell us about these two fighters right here.
So right now this is Steven Amaya. He's actually having his first fight this Friday. So he'll be opening his debut. And then we have, of course, Rolando, 9 years old. He'll be fighting as well. So that's his third fight. So yeah, these kids are just literally putting in the work. So it always is good.
Putting in the work. So what does this teach them at such a young age?
Everything, discipline for sure. The work ethic. It literally starts here when they're young, and I love it just because I know that when they get older, as they get older, just the way these other kids have been, it's just the work ethic that they keep with them all the way around. And I tell them that, the same work ethic is the same work ethic as you get older with jobs and everything, so for them to keep it up.
It's so impressive. So they've been doing drills all morning long. What are some of the top tier drills that you put them through?
Usually, of course, they gotta do shadow box because they gotta know exactly what they're doing wrong, so they look in the mirror. From there, of course, you got the punching bag, which is the most endurance that you're gonna get the most power, everything that you gotta get tired on it, as many rounds as you can. A lot of reflex with these with the double end bags, speed bags to get those and speed. There's literally a lot in boxing. There's a lot to do, so it's definitely a workout. So.
All right, so take me through this one. Show us how it's done.
So you're just in and out. You're just kind of moving out, trying to get the defense, trying to move. You don't want to stay in front of it. There's always a line. You want to break the line so that your opponent is not there in front of you. You're trying to just move, just trying to do different things with it just so that you won't get hit. And so this is more of a just timing. Yeah, you got to time the opponent when he's moving, when he's not, and trying to counter. So it's fun. It's fun.
It is fun. And you know what? It's such a great cause here. I see some trophies in the background. And I got to say, Alex, doing amazing things, really making that impact in the community. And guys, Mark, Stephanie, we're going to have so much more on Alex, on the gym, coming up on the news at noon. And of course, KSAT.com. For now, I'm going to see if I can learn a couple things. And back to you guys.
Keep the hands up, Max.
Yeah, be careful out there.
Watch that left hook. All right, thank you, Max. 926, 64 degrees.
There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9. All eyes are on the Supreme Court this week, with millions of Americans hoping to get their student loan debt erased. We're going to explain coming up.
And a new trend called Bare Minimum Monday is picking up steam. Why slacking off at work is not the idea.
And as we head to break, a quick check of the roads there with TransGuide. Slow down there at I-10 at Fressa. You could see vehicles moving slowly, but there are still lanes open there, so you can get by. Just be careful out there. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. This morning, President Biden's plan to cancel millions of dollars in student loan debt faces a critical test today at the United States Supreme Court.
Oral arguments begin this morning, and ABC's Faith Abube is in Washington with the latest.
Overnight, a group of demonstrators braving the winter cold and rain outside the U.S. Supreme Court, camping out for a front row seat inside the courtroom when oral arguments begin today on President Biden's ambitious student loan forgiveness plan. College freshman Ibrahim Mudassar speaking directly to the justices.
You can help 40 million other people in the United States and jumpstart their path to freedom as well.
A few progressive congressional Democrats firing up the crowd.
The president has the authority to cancel student debt. Period.
Lawyers for 2 individual borrowers in 6 Republican-led states set to argue that the plan President Biden announced last August to cancel billions of dollars in student loans for more than 40 million Americans is a gross overreach of his executive powers.
We're going to fight to defend the rule of law and defend the Constitution.
The plan is a key Biden campaign promise and would cancel up to $10,000 in student loans for individuals earning less than $125,000 a year, $20,000 if they were recipients of Pell Grants.
Joe Biden had no legal authority whatsoever. It's illegal. It's also unfair to the folks who paid for their college, who didn't go to college.
My administration is making our case in the Supreme Court, and I'm confident
the legal authority to carry out that plan is there.
The latest Quinnipiac poll shows a majority of Americans support the student loan forgiveness plan.
It is a lingering, looming cloud of worry and anxiety for so many Americans.
And the justices are expected to release their decision by June. Student loan repayments remain on hold until that ruling comes down. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Let's look out there with a live cam. We started off cool. Now we're at 65 degrees. Not too bad and foggy in a lot of areas.
Yeah, foggy, a little bit of mist here and there, but we're seeing the ceilings lift. That looks a little bit better to me just looking at that shot there in live cam, that the clouds are trying to lift and we should eventually get some sun here. I think probably by the lunch hour. Want to show you the pollen count because this has been important to a lot of people. Tree pollen, as Mark coughs over there. The list is long. And oak is steadily going up. Now, slowly, these numbers aren't big, but it has been coming up. So it does look like we are jumping right into oak season a little bit early. Heads up to those who not a fan of oak season. Here's a look at temperatures across the country. We've got some really cold stuff up north, as you might imagine. 12 in Bismarck, 26 in Minneapolis. The warm air generally resides right along the Gulf Coast. So San Antonio over to New Orleans, Orlando, Miami, that's where you'll find the warmer temperatures this morning. It was a little chilly to start, but we're seeing temperatures warm up, and it is going to be a warm afternoon. There's still plenty of snow up across the northern tier states. We've got nothing here in Texas right now other than some cloud cover, some morning clouds, and some of that light patchy fog. Temperatures today, 77 noontime. Sun pops out. We're up around 87 for a high. Will be a warm afternoon, then down into the 70s this evening. We've got a storm system headed our way that is set to arrive on Thursday. It's going to bring a variety of weather and some really strong winds. We'll talk about how strong they could be coming up here in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. And again, this is a spot we've been watching now for a while. This is I-10 westbound at Pressa. We've got an incident that involves fire and SAPD. The cones are out, so maybe it's going to take a little while for this to clear, but it looks like they are making some progress. Again, this is south of downtown, 10 westbound at Pressa. Our state capitol will be filled with gun violence prevention advocates this afternoon, appealing to our elected officials to make gun law changes.
This comes just days after the 9-month anniversary of the Robb Elementary shooting, where 19 children and 2 teachers were killed.
Lee Waldman's in Austin with what we're expecting today.
The Coalition to Prevent Gun Violence is made up of several organizations across the country. They're coming together to put on this day of legislative advocacy, hoping to reach our elected leaders and get them to support changes to our gun laws.
We have this stain on our state of Texas, which was just the horrors that occurred in Uvalde.
Molly Bursey says her child was in the 4th grade in New Braunfels when the shooting at Robb Elementary happened last May.
He got to go to 5th grade.
Bursey has been with Moms Demand Action, a group fighting against gun violence since 2016. Her role is to meet with elected leaders. Bursey says she's hopeful change could happen during this legislative session. Her group, along with others like Lives Robbed, a nonprofit started by 4 of the Robb victims' families, will rally at the state capitol Tuesday to fight for gun law changes, something Senator Roland Gutierrez has been doing for weeks now.
While there are many, many issues that are important to us all, nothing is as important as our children. And so we're asking this governor and everybody in this building to do something.
Their main asks raise the age to purchase an assault-style weapon and increase background checks.
Their counter argument is that these young men will always find another way to get it. Well, let's make it a little bit harder.
The rally will also include gun violence survivors like 10-year-old Caitlin Gonzalez. She lost her best friend Jackie Casares at Robb Elementary and was in a classroom across from the gunman.
Because we need to make our voice heard. Like why it's important to change gun laws.
I emailed Governor Greg Abbott's office for a statement on the rally yesterday afternoon. No response till just yet. Now, this rally will start at noon today on the South Side steps. It'll last for an hour before that group will split up and head into the offices of each and every one of the representatives and senators here at the Capitol. We'll follow all of the events on air and online on KSAT. At the state capitol, Lee Waldman for GMSA.
Yeah, much more to come on that story. Well, looking ahead, more upgrades are coming to San Antonio International Airport. It will mirror the separate south terminal up at Austin Bergstrom International Airport.
That's after city leaders announced that the FAA has approved a multi-million-dollar grant for the facility. The grant is worth $20 million, and it will go into the airport's terminal development program and will pay for a new ground load or walk-up to aircraft facility preferred by ultra-low-cost airlines. So this comes after Mayor Ron Nirenberg and other city leaders traveled to D.C. to ask for more airport funding. The new ground load facility will be placed south of Terminal A. Construction is expected to begin next year.
It makes me angry and sad that that there's no answers for anybody. Sure of the building.
Back in 2018, a fire destroyed a San Marcos apartment complex, taking the lives of 5 people. Nearly 5 years later, police still haven't caught the person who did it. So now the brother of one of the victims is hoping his documentary can revisit what happened to bring the person behind it to justice. And Texas Crime Stories hosts Erica Hernandez and Lee Wallman investigate the tragedy and why the best way forward is remembering those who were lost. The podcast episode Iconic Village Fire is out right now. You can check it out online at KSAT.com, on our YouTube channel, or wherever you get your podcasts today.
9:38, 65 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Up next, the San Antonio Spurs had a rough ride on their rodeo road trip. David Sears will be back to tell us why they could make history tonight. Welcome back. It's 9:41. So this morning, the Spurs are on the edge of making some history, but not the good kind.
David Sears is back to explain. David.
Well, we all know that they are on a 16-game losing streak, and that's like the longest in Spurs history. And tonight, if they do not win, they will go undefeated. They'll go winless on this rodeo road trip for the first time since the rodeo road trip started. So they could go 0-9 tonight. So that's not good. Now, they're going to get another crack at a win when they play the Utah Jazz again. Remember, the Jazz beat the Spurs Saturday 118-102. That was their 16th straight loss. Dropped them 0-8 on the trip. The Spurs led the Jazz by 10 at halftime. They were outscored 30-14 in the third. 14 points are a season low for the Spurs in a quarter this season. Keldon Johnson scored 18, but he took responsibility for the loss.
Starting with me, I'm accountable 100% for the third quarter, and I feel like I got to continue to be a leader, continue to set a great example. And, I definitely take the blame for that. I got to move the ball, play better. So I feel like, that third quarter, I just got to come out and set the tone a little bit better.
So here's the positive out of this. They were up 14 at one point. They lose to the Jazz. They stay in Utah, so they get a chance to rest yesterday. So they play Utah again tonight. So they got another chance at it, another crack at the Jazz. So they know what they have to do to beat them. They got to play the entire game. They got to play 48 minutes, and they have a chance at beating them. So then the rodeo road trip ends tonight. They come back home, and here's a look at the Indiana on Thursday. It's like, welcome back to the AT&T Center. Where y'all been? And then look at this, Houston and Houston. Houston Saturday and Houston Sunday. So, but it's Houston Saturday here and then Houston Sunday there. So that's one of those quirky things in the schedule. And the Houston Rockets actually have a worse record than the Spurs.
Right.
And we always talking about we're kind of hoping that they get that first draft pick, that they're in the bottom third and everything. Those poor players, they don't like losing. No. They don't want to lose. They hate losing. It stinks. They've only won 2 games in 2023 so far. They want to win, and I can't say that I blame them. So they don't want to be in this habit of losing all the time, but, a draft pick is on the line.
Wouldn't we love it if they shocked the world tonight and got a win at Utah before they come home?
That would be great.
Nice. Yeah.
Keep that 14-point lead.
It'd be good for them. Keldon Johnson, he's like taking it all on his shoulders.
Yes,
so
he is.
They're healthy. They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
So go out there and get a win. It'd be nice.
Go Spurs, go.
We'll see.
Thank you, David.
Thank you very much, David. Go Spurs, go. At 9:44, 66 degrees, and Justin's been tracking the fog now for the 45 minutes that we've been on air now.
It kind of started up right around the 9 o'clock hour, and just as quickly as it's kind of picked up, it's gone away. So the fog's not going to be an issue for much longer. I want to show you, though, the sunset times. Our days are starting to get longer at kind of more of a rapid rate. So our sunset today is at 6:32. In a week, it's at 6:37, but then we hit daylight saving time, so we spring forward, right? Then the sunset time is at 7:41, and on March 21st, 7:45. So you get the more sunlight at the end of the day, at least, with the time switch. But just heads up there, give you an update on where we are. Yes, our days are getting longer. And there's a look at the visibility. I showed you the numbers are improving. Here's just one shot here on TransGuide that shows that visibility is improved there at I-10 and Presa. That's one of the crashes we've been watching. But most visibilities on the TransGuide cameras I've seen are getting much, much better. And the ceilings appear to be lifting some. That is the case at the airport, too. 63 there. 63 Stinson at Kelly, 62 at Randolph. Not a lot of wind out there. It was a pretty good setup for some fog. We had moisture shoving in from the Gulf of Mexico. Combine that with some light winds, and you can get some of that patchy fog. We can see the low clouds, too, that have developed along with that moisture that stretch kind of up and down I-35 and then off to the north and east. So the question will be, how long do the clouds hang around? Well, we're already starting to see them erode just a little bit out of northern Bexar County. It'll take a little bit more time, but I do eventually think we'll get some sun. Again, 63 here in town, 64 Honda, 70 right now in Rock Springs, where there is quite a bit of sun. 73 in Kennedy, 66 right now in Cotulla, and around Bexar County, we're mostly in the low 60s at this hour, with the exception being Helotes, mid-60s there because the sun is out. A little bit warmer. Here's a look at the forecast today. So by the afternoon, I think we're in the upper 80s. It's going to be a warm day. 85 Fair Oaks Ranch, 84 Bernie, 89 down there in Pearsall. And then tonight, temperatures will be fairly mild, mid-60s. We're going to have a lot of moisture in place, so some fog, some clouds. That'll build back in by tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, close to 90 here in town. There will be plenty of 90s on the map tomorrow. It's going to be a warm Wednesday and a warm Thursday before things cool down. Dew point trend kind of fall in line with that. So it's going to be humid today and tomorrow. And then on Thursday, the bottom falls out. We get a front through and the dew points go away. They fall off and we get some very dry air in here by Thursday afternoon and especially by Friday. Now, that's a problem because we got dry air combining with gusty winds. And as we talked about earlier, that's going to pose a fire threat. Here's our next storm system right here. It works its way towards Texas. And clouds increase a little bit on Wednesday, and then by Thursday it starts to pull into the area. Now, Thursday morning we get some clouds, then maybe a storm or two by the afternoon. If we do get a storm, there is a threat. It could be strong, but I think the window's really small for that. Maybe 4 to 6 p.m. as this quickly pushes east. And then the bigger story will become the gusty winds by late Thursday into early Friday. So gusts close to 50 miles per hour. And I mentioned you combine that with the dry air and you have a pretty significant fire threat, especially west of San Antonio Thursday afternoon. So that's something we'll be watching very, very closely. 90 next couple days and then down to 72 on Friday. Still windy. Our greatest winds are going to be Thursday night through Friday morning. But the weekend looks beautiful. 78 Saturday, 76 on Sunday.
My niece has a softball game on Thursday afternoon. That should be interesting.
It's going to be hot and then probably a little bit windy, and we'll have to watch for a storm or two.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
Home run city, depending on which way the ball is situated.
That's true. Yeah.
Or it could hit a wall and drop right in the outfield.
Oh, goodness.
9:48, 66 degrees.
Well, you've heard of quiet quitting, and maybe you've heard of rage applying when you channel your anger at work into searching for another job.
But now there's a brand new trend called Bare Minimum Monday. Here's ABC's Will Gant.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
And you can only wear your hair in a ponytail once a week. So I guess you pick today.
And on Mondays, we do the bare minimum.
Bare Minimum Monday is where I only hold myself accountable to doing the bare minimum for work, and then the rest of the day is for me.
Bare Minimum Monday is the brainchild of Phoenix-based digital creator Marissa Jo Mays.
It's a burnout prevention strategy. Like, there's a reason the tortoise and the hare story has stuck around for so long.
Bare Minimum Monday, MJ says, isn't about phoning it in or slacking off, but about examining your relationship with hustle culture.
I could go fix my hair. I could do the whole thing. And then I was like, well, we're discussing Bare Minimum Mondays. So
yeah, you're the full embodiment.
I did get out of my PJs, you know.
Partial embodiment, yes.
Okay.
Killing it.
But why does Bare Minimum Monday have legs now? Last month's unemployment rate fell to 3.4%, the lowest figure since 1969. And according to federal data, the economy had 11 million job openings as of December. Experts telling us in a tight labor market like this one, workers typically wield greater leverage over an employer, since workers have more latitude to seek a job elsewhere.
I was in corporate America for 3 years, spiraled into burnout so fast. It only took me to age 25 to wind up with several health issues. Like, I was in a bad place.
MJ quitting her job to check out self-employment, but that didn't fix her burnout.
I didn't necessarily have a boss problem. I had a hustle culture problem. One morning I woke up and audibly gave myself permission. You have permission to do the absolute bare minimum today. Insane what happened the moment I let myself off the hook a little bit.
Now, 3 million TikTok likes later, Bare Minimum Monday has taken off, with burnt out employees giving MJ's concept a go.
Sometimes doing the bare minimum is okay and it's enough. It's what the word literally means. The minimum of what's acceptable, people will reject it because they have yet to investigate their relationship to productivity.
Some tips for your own Bare Minimum Monday: make a to-do list. And if an item doesn't have immediate consequences today, then that's tomorrow's problem. The day is all about focusing on you as the person as opposed to you, the employee. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
No friends in the industry. I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies.
Michael B. Jordan steps back in the ring and behind the camera to star in and direct Creed 3. The bell rings March 3rd.
This is Commander Mills. My ship was hit by an undocumented asteroid.
Adam Driver crash lands on an unfamiliar world populated by prehistoric creatures in 65. The fight to survive begins March 10th.
Hey, Khaleesi!
Billy Batson and his super-powered siblings are back in Shazam! Fury of the Gods. The sequel to the 2019 DC movie flies into theaters March 17th.
I'm going to need a gun.
Welcome back, Mr. Wick. Keanu Reeves returns as the well-dressed assassin in John Wick Chapter 4. The contract goes out March 24th.
We're thieves, but we help the wrong person steal the wrong thing and unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known.
Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez will need to make critical roles during their adventure in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. The game begins March 31st. Getting an extra large popcorn in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
And tomorrow on GMSA at 9, it's a new Science with Sarah. Sarah Spivey and David Sears will be doing an experiment with students at St. Thomas More School on the northeast side. So tune in for that and more tomorrow on GMSA at 9.
Well, whatever's happening out there at 10 West at Pressa is not going anywhere quick. We still got a shoulder and a lane currently closed off. The aero truck is out, and so are the orange cones, so it looks like it might be there a little while longer. Everybody's slowing down, which of course is the right thing to do, but traffic is moving on by smoothly.
Yeah, at least it's still going right now.
And the fog's lifting, sun will be out. It'll be a warm day, but nice.
A nice day.
Good deal. Thank you, Justin Horn.
We'll just prepare for the wind later on.
Yes.
Have a great day, guys.